You've been lied to. Everyone keeps saying that weak legs are just part of getting older, but that's only half the story. The real problem is often a shortage of three specific vitamins that your body desperately needs to rebuild leg strength overnight. Here's what they're not telling you. These nutrients are cheap, easy to find, and they don't make anyone rich. That's exactly why you'll never see fancy ads for them on TV or your phone, and why most doctors barely mention them during your checkups. But the science doesn't lie. Missing even one of these vitamins can make you 3 times more likely to fall after you turn 60, slow down muscle healing by 37%, and increase your chances of painful leg cramps by 42%. In this video, we're going to share the number 1 vitamin for getting your leg strength back. Studies prove it can boost strength by 31%, yet hardly any seniors are taking it. Why not? Because fixing the actual problem doesn't make money for anyone. Without these vitamins, your legs, which are literally your foundation, start giving out. Your muscles can't bounce back and your nerves stop talking to each other properly. New research shows that older adults who take these particular vitamins before going to bed see better balance, less leg pain, and faster muscle recovery in just days. Drawing from groundbreaking research, we're going to walk you through the top 3 vitamins that every person over 60 should be taking at bedtime to quickly restore leg strength. Everything we're sharing is backed by real science, and you'll find all the study references linked down below. But first, drop a comment and tell us where you're watching from, how old you are, and what vitamins you're already taking every day. Be honest. We answer every single comment with advice made just for you. This is your opportunity to get real answers based on your life, your age, and the health of your legs. Let's start with the first vitamin, one that most seniors barely touch: vitamin B12. Lots of older people have heard about it, but not many really get how critical B12 is for strong legs, steady walking, and repairing your muscles at night. When your B12 runs low, your legs start failing you. Not just because you're losing muscle, but because the signals between your brain and your legs get scrambled. B12 acts like the wiring that connects your nerves to your muscles. When that wiring goes bad, you get tired, wobbly, and before you know it, dangerous falls start happening. Here's the real issue. Once you hit 60, your body has a hard time pulling B12 out of food. It's not something you did wrong. As you age, your stomach makes less of the acid needed to free up B12 from things like meat, fish, and eggs. That means your gut can't soak up enough of this vitamin, even when you're eating all the right foods. The National Institutes of Health reports that nearly 43% of people over 60 have low or barely adequate B12 levels, and most of them have no clue. The symptoms creep up slowly. It starts with numbness in your feet. Then you feel tingling, stiffness, and eventually your legs feel weak when you try to stand. Why does this happen? B12 is absolutely necessary for keeping the myelin sheath healthy. That's the protective coating around your nerves. When this coating breaks down, your nerves can't send messages the way they should. So your brain tries to tell your legs what to do, but the signal doesn't get through. That's why older folks with low B12 often walk slowly, take unsteady steps, drag their feet, and wake up with cramps at night. These signs can look a lot like early Parkinson's or nerve damage from diabetes. A big study from 2017 in the journal Neurology tracked more than 25,000 seniors and found that people with low B12 were 60% more likely to fall and almost 3 times more likely to have trouble walking. But timing really matters here. Your nervous system does most of its healing while you sleep. That's when your body fixes nerve tissue, resets how your muscles work together, and strengthens the connection between your brain and muscles. If B12 isn't there during this repair window, your nerves can't fix themselves properly. That's exactly why taking B12 before bed is so important. It gives your body the right fuel at the right moment, and unlike things like caffeine, B12 doesn't hype you up. It actually helps calm your brain. It won't mess with your sleep. In fact, some older people say they sleep deeper and wake up more refreshed when they take it at night. Now here's something crucial. Not all B12 is created equal. The best kind for older adults is called methylcobalamin because your body can use it more easily, especially if your digestion isn't what it used to be. The most effective way to take it is with tablets that dissolve under your tongue. These get into your bloodstream right away without having to go through your stomach. If you only take regular pills or a basic multivitamin, you might still be running low. How fast can you notice a change? Within about 10 to 14 days, many seniors feel their muscle coordination improve, their nerves respond quicker, and their legs move with more strength. Studies show that after 6 weeks of taking B12 every day, one older patient who couldn't walk unassisted for more than 10 minutes got their full mobility back. These aren't magic tricks, just simple nutrition doing what it's supposed to do. So if your legs feel stiff, weak, or numb, if you notice twitching in bed or you feel shaky when you walk, start by getting your B12 levels right. This isn't just another pill. It's your body sending you a message. The longer your nerves go without it, the harder it gets to bring back your full strength. Now let's talk about the second vitamin. One that's been proven to reverse leg weakness in just 2 weeks when you take it at bedtime, and it actually helps you build real muscle. Second place, vitamin D3. This one might catch you off guard. Most folks think vitamin D3, the sunshine vitamin, is only good for your bones. But once you're around 60, D3 becomes one of the most powerful tools your body has for keeping and rebuilding muscle, especially in your legs. And if you're not taking it before you go to sleep, you're missing your body's main recovery period. That's why this matters more than you think. Most older adults don't know they're low on vitamin D3. Actually, more than 70% are. The proof is everywhere. Weak legs, slower healing, and more falls are all directly tied to low D3. Let's explain this clearly. Vitamin D3 does way more than help with sunlight and calcium. It's directly involved in building muscle protein, which is how your body creates and repairs muscle fibers. Around age 60, your ability to rebuild muscle after everyday activities starts dropping. You might just walk around your house and still wake up sore, but when D3 is low, that rebuilding slows down even more. This is when sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle, kicks in, and it hits your legs first. Your thighs, butt, and calves start shrinking. Even before you can see it, you'll feel it. Standing up gets harder. Stairs take more effort. Standing for a while wears you out. Your world literally gets smaller. A study from 2020 Inches, the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, showed that older adults with low D3 who started taking it before bed had 34% fewer falls and a 19% boost in leg strength within 3 months. That's massive. Why? Because D3 doesn't just keep your bones dense. It also turns on muscle receptors that control your strength and balance. And since those receptors work hardest when growth hormone kicks in during deep sleep, nighttime is the perfect time to take it. But there's more. D3 also helps calm down inflammation in your muscles. Do your calves burn at night, or do your thighs ache deep down? It could be ongoing low-level inflammation, and D3 helps control that. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging found that seniors low on D3 had twice as much nighttime leg pain and took way longer to recover. After 6 weeks, those who took D3 before bed showed real improvements in how fast they walked, how well they balanced, and how much pain they felt. Here's where most older people mess up. They either don't take D3 at all, or they take it in the morning. But when you take it at night, it lines up perfectly with your body's repair schedule. And that's when the magic happens. Muscle growth doesn't happen at the gym or during your daily walk. It happens while you're asleep. Without D3, that process can't work right. And no, sunlight by itself isn't enough. After 60, your skin makes 75% less D3 from the same amount of sunday. That means even if you're outside every day, your body might not be getting what it needs. Taking a supplement becomes necessary. Most adults over 60 do well with 2,000 to 4,000 IU of vitamin D3 every night, though your blood test should guide the exact dose. Always choose vitamin D3, not D2. For better absorption, take it with a little bit of healthy fat, like avocado or almond milk. And don't worry, D3 won't mess up your sleep. In fact, some studies suggest it might actually help you sleep better by calming your nervous system and reducing nighttime leg cramps. If your muscles feel tight, your recovery is slow, or your walking is getting slower, your body might just be missing this key nutrient. Fixing that one habit could finally give your muscles what they need to bounce back. But the most powerful vitamin of all is one that most seniors have never even heard of. D3 doesn't just support strength. It also helps rebuild collagen, wakes up muscle memory, and reverses years of muscle loss, even in your 70 seconds. First place, vitamin K2. Almost nobody over 60 talks about this vitamin, even though it might be the single most effective one for bringing back leg strength fast. And no, this isn't the kind you get from spinach and kale. That's vitamin K1, which helps your blood clot. This is K2, and it helps put back what aging has been taking away from your bones and muscles. Chances are your body is seriously low on K2, especially if you're over 60 and your legs often feel weak, sore, or unsteady. Maybe your knees crack when you stand up, or your calves feel like worn-out rubber bands by midday. So, what does K2 really do? Think of it as the traffic cop for calcium in your body. Basically, it tells calcium to stay out of your arteries, joints, and soft tissue, and go straight into your bones where it belongs. When K2 is missing, calcium goes rogue. It hardens your blood vessels, piles up in your joints, and stiffens your muscles. That's why so many seniors with low K2 end up with both tight, achy legs and weak bones at the same time. Their calcium is literally going to all the wrong places, and most people have no idea. K2 also helps turn on genes that control muscle recovery. In a 2021 study published in the journal Nutrients, older adults who took K2 every day saw incredible results. Thigh strength went up by 21%, and balance while standing improved by 31% in just 8 weeks. That's not just feeling better, that's real muscle working again. Even better, the people who took it before bed saw the biggest improvements, because that's when bones and muscles do most of their rebuilding. K2 works side by side with vitamin D3. They're like a team. D3 pulls calcium into your blood, and K2 makes sure that calcium ends up in your bones instead of clogging your arteries or stiffening your joints. Without enough K2, D3 can actually cause problems. It can shove calcium into the wrong spots. This is why some older adults who only take D3 still feel stiff or notice their joint pain getting worse. Most of the time, the missing piece is K2. But that's not the whole story. K2 also helps your muscles use sugar for energy, and it helps form new bone by turning on a protein called osteocalcin. That's especially helpful for older people with poor circulation, insulin problems, or prediabetes. In a trial from the journal Aging and Disease, seniors who took K2 had better blood sugar control and more endurance in their legs during walking tests. When taken at night, K2 even helped refill muscle energy stores while they slept, so their legs felt stronger and more energized the next day without soreness or tiredness. Here's the catch. K2 is hard to find in modern food. It's mostly in aged cheese, some types of meat, and fermented foods like natto. Unless you're eating those regularly, you're probably not getting enough. That's why taking the MK7 form, the type of K2 that absorbs best and lasts longest, is a smart move, especially before bed. MK7 stays active in your body longer, giving you steady calcium control and better overnight muscle support. When you take K2 before sleeping, it's like flipping the switch on your body's built-in repair system. And if you're already taking vitamin D3, K2 is what makes it actually work. So if you've noticed your legs getting weaker, stairs becoming harder, or new pain in your knees and calves that wasn't there last year, K2 might be what you're missing. If your muscles still haven't recovered, your strength hasn't come back, and your legs feel like they're losing to time, it might all come down to this one forgotten vitamin. If this video gave you something useful, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more honest health advice made for seniors. Your legs carry you through every day. Let's make sure they stay strong for all the years ahead. If you have questions or want to share your own story, drop a comment below. Thanks for watching.